Hey guys, Quinn here, Tactical and Practical. New box came in. Let's check it out. Now, as some of you know, I recently got my tag aqua racer, and while I like it, metal bracelet, pretty sporty, I wanted something that maybe doesn't have a metal bracelet, so I ordered this Omega. Comes in a pretty snazzy box, I guess, red ribbon. This is the mid-size, and we'll see how the size compares to the tag. This is a mid-size, so it comes in at 37.5 millimeters. Now, I had a mid-size watch before that was 38 millimeters, and it fit, if maybe a touch too small. Well, see if we can get you on there. I'll just do a close-up, probably be easier. And this was discontinued, so I wanted to get into one of these watches, but if you've looked at these, you'll know they are not cheap, right? So this is the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean in a 38. It feels quite a bit smaller than my tag, which I have here to show you so you can understand side by side, right? It's interesting how much of a difference you really feel when it's just a couple millimeters. You wouldn't think that it was that great, but looking at them side by side, you see the difference. I'll put this tag on. This is, my wrist is 6.79 inches, I believe. It's like 17.5 centimeters. That's the tag. And that's about the max size I would wear. There's a calculation you can do to kind of figure out what percentage of the front of your wrist a watch should cover. This is in that zone. This tag is in that zone. It feels right. I'm glad I went with the stainless steel bezel because that actually makes the watch face look, the dial look a little smaller. Once you add color to the bezel, it makes it look a little bigger. Here's what the Omega looks like on my wrist. Like that. Right? It wears a little bit small, I think. And if you look, if you can see the case thickness, it is not a thin watch. So the thickness makes up a little bit in terms of just overall chunkiness. And I do have, I think, pretty thin wrists. So this might fly. It's a little bit difficult too. You get, you know, like recency bias in that when you are wearing a 41 mil watch that is like at your maybe max comfort level, then when you switch to a smaller watch, it feels smaller even if the size is like acceptable or acceptable range. For the size of your wrist, it just feels like it wears a little bit smaller. So I'm kind of on the bubble of whether or not I should keep this. This is really a well-made watch though. Clasp on the back. You've got your bezel with the gray. It has all the liquid metal. 600 meter depth rating. Helium escape valve. Obviously your winder and adjustment. It does have the pointed hands, which I like. It's just really a sharp looking watch. The only thing for me, I'm on the bubble of, I could probably wear one that is a 39.5 to cover a little bit more of my wrist. But this might actually fly. The thing is, once you kind of have the feeling or the impression that something might be a little small, it's hard to shake that, right? And for the amount of money that this stuff costs, you want to make sure that you love it. If you don't love it, why bother? I think this is an alligator skin strap, and this watch should certainly last a lifetime. Clear case back, and Omega Planet Ocean Seamaster. We'll see. I might keep it. I might not. It's, like I said, a little on the small side. One thing too, if you take pictures of your watch with your cell phone, you will notice that the watch looks bigger than it actually looks when you're staring at it. And I think it's because a lot of cell phones have a very wide angle lens. So I've read some recommendations that suggest put it on, take a picture from a mirror, because that'll give you some distance perception. This is really a neat little unit. It is, look at that, it's kind of porky. It's a little bit on the thick side, but I think Omegas are known to be on the thick side. My only concern is, should I get the 39.5 instead of the 37.5? The other thing you'll notice is the date window there is kind of puny, and it's a little bit towards center on the watch face. This is just the way that they had to engineer it for the complication. If you get the bigger size, that date window is pushed over towards the 3 o'clock position. But no doubt this thing is well made and it's beautiful and should last a lifetime. The only question I have is it just a little bit small for me? Again, 37.5 compared to 41, right? And then I've got another watch that's 39.5, which is right in between. Maybe I'll get that for you so you can see the differences. Great watch. The only concern for me is this is a little bit small. I'm going to think about it a little bit and decide whether to keep it or not, and then I can pull these tags off. Hope this helps a little bit. Omega, Seamaster, Planet Ocean, really great watch, great features, lifetime service for sure in this thing. I've got a 6 3/4 inch wrist, and I'm right on the bubble as to if this is the right size for me or not. I've got another video about that tag, and I have the kind of the calculation you do to check what kind of range of size watch faces, your case diameters you should be looking at, and then you also want to consider the lug-to-lug distance. On this, I think it's 44, and it just about gets me all the way across my wrist, but not quite. Again, I think me thinking that this is on the small side might just be recency bias because I'm used to wearing that 41. So we'll see. I'm going to give it a little time, see how I think about it. I'll report back and let you know. Hope this helps you guys. If you like watches or other gadgets and guy stuff, stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe, like the video. Appreciate you guys very much. Great watch from Omega. Bye.